And that is how you should not start your live stream, because I'm not very good at running around, apparently. Get ready, folks, as we talk bourbon, Kentucky, and, you know, just what would you do? Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Music. My name is Brian. Child. Thank you for being here. If you're here, subscribe and like and do that thing, because I should say that all the time, because that's how you get subscribers, or you just annoy people. Probably both. Okay, so tonight's thing, this is one of the few times I actually tried to prepare for this a little bit. I was actually watching the Whiskey Friends stream, so I haven't checked him out. Go ahead. He does not need my assistance. He's got 4K subscribers, but I had a good time. Saw some familiar faces. It was glorious. Scott Pigsley, hello, welcome. Welcome. Let me try. This is all the stuff I should have done. All the stuff I should have done beforehand, I'm doing now. For the record. Sugar Key, hello. Meow. Meow. There. Boop. Cheers. Sugar Key. Welcome to one and all. Glad to have you here. Oh, I know what I was supposed to do and I didn't. Oh, I will regret that later, just so we're clear. I have my window open like this much. The New England weather here is just so good. The air is cooler. It's so nice out. So I have the window open slightly, but I know I'm going to be going for about 2 hours. It's going to get a little chilly. And that's all I got. I'm just going to grab a sweater. If it gets really bad, I won't grab a sweater. They're over there. I should have grabbed them when I dashed past them. I did not. Hello, Dad. Welcome. Welcome. I hope you have some Lafroig as you drink it all. Yesterday was Lafroig Day, as some of you may know. It was a lovely holiday I made up. Hopefully that's going to get big, so big next year. It's going to be great. I'm going to do it every year, so one day you're strong. No, Sugar Kitty, I like to suffer. And again, I like the air. I like the autumn air in New England is amazing. But if it does get to the point where I'm like, okay, everybody, I hope you're having fun tonight. I am. Then I will actually close it. But for now it's great. As a New Englander, it has to be around 40-ish and below that. 40 Fahrenheit. I think that's what? 10, 8, something Celsius? I have no idea. I have Celsius on my phone because I like to think in Celsius. Oh, good. Enjoy it, Dad. Enjoy, sir. Dad has some Lafroig galore in his glass right now. Gave that to him yesterday. So, discussion, things. I have notes. I'm a professional now. I put notes down. First of all, bourbon. And if you didn't know, I am also doing a fundraiser of sorts for me, because I am a sad case. Oops, that's not right. This is the problem with copy paste. It will do things and I will not notice until almost when I hit the enter. There's the other one. Good. I think it's good. If it's not, well, I'll just do it again. I will pin this at the top. This is for anyone who wishes to help me out with the Kentucky trip. And by help me out, I mean I've used a credit card because I don't have money. Some of you know. And you will basically be helping me going from below 0 to 0. And that's just for two things. The stay at, no, wait, that's paid for. The car rental and the flight. That's all it's for. If it goes past that at some point, that'd be amazing. But I don't expect it to. We shall see. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Scott Pigley. That sucks. I do not have any allergies that I'm aware of. I dread the day when I find out I have some. But yeah, it feels pretty good. I got the dishwasher going, so if you hear any weird noise in the background, I'm sorry. I have done that to myself so many times. Mostly because I don't function very well. Woo. Yeah. I mean, I'll do that too. If it like snowed or something, I want to look out the window and I crack it open for a little bit. But holy gosh, that's cold. All right. Focus, Brian. Never. All right. First, pour a drink. It's been 5 minutes. What are you doing? I am going to go in order of places I am thinking of visiting. All right. If you are unaware, if you're just new here, if you're just like, what the hell is this guy's mustache and just showed up? I will be going to Kentucky in a little over a week-ish. Week and a day, week and a half. Soon. This beginning of November, I will be in Kentucky. And I am trying to decipher, figure out where to go. Because Kentucky is a fairly large state compared to where I live. And I can only hit up so many places. Time is a thing that humans made up. But generally, I only have so much time in a day to get so many places. Thank you, Scott Pigsley. Hit the like button, please. Or this one. I mean, I prefer this one. But if you want to hit the other one, I can't stop you. I take any criticism. Comment. Share this with friends who may be interested in getting into whiskey. It might confuse them a little, but they'll be, somewhat convinced to come here and subscribe, maybe. Anyway. So here's the thing. I'm trying to do 2 things at once, as I often do 5 things at once and never get anything done, as we were talking about earlier. First, this is Willet. This is the Willet Flask. I find this to be hilarious. This is amazing to me, since Willet is very talked about, and this is the Special Reserve, and it's not that special. It's good. This is a good go-to bourbon for a $25, $30 price. Problem is, you won't see that around here. I even took a picture of one of the big old things, a big bottle of Willet Special Reserve down when I was in Texas last week. And it was like $40 for the big thing. It was great. I was so happy to see it at that price. I didn't buy it because that was not what I was looking for down there in Texas. All right. We're doing tiny pours because I have many whiskeys to go through. I hope I get through them all. Bourbon specifically, because it's bourbon night. They're going live next. In case you didn't know. So first we're starting with Willet, which means, you know what that means? It means Buffalo Trace. I think. Pretty sure. Yep. And for those wondering what I'm doing over here in the darkness, I have this little thing. This is actually Ezra Brooks. It's upside down, but Ezra Brooks. I got a pack of thing from them that came with it. So I use that as my measuring, because one thing I do not want to do is get inebriated on camera. Did I say Willet? What did I say? Weller. I've been thinking about Willet. That's on the list. And actually the word Willet is right there on the screen. Apologies. Weller. Buffalo Trace product, basically. That was the whole point. It says it right there. Buffalo Trace distillery. 45%. Man, I can't think today. Whiskey Samurai, hello, sir. Cheers to you. Welcome. Lexington, Scott Pigsley. I'm just going to call you Scott. I don't know why I keep saying full names, people. Lexington. And I have a thing, and we're going to go over it first. Of course, I have to start with Buffalo Trace. It's the big one. It's the one everyone's like, Buffalo Trace, I got to go. The whiskey. Their whiskey is sought after. We have Blanton's over behind me. I almost bought one. No, I didn't. I almost grabbed that, but I want to start with what I think is one of their decent bourbons. It's not Buffalo Trace bottle. I could have started with that too. It's up here, I think. I can't see behind me. There it is. But I want to start with Willet first because that vial of flask thing is hilarious to me. I love it. I'm going to keep that probably just because it's so funny. And I think the label's crooked. Anyway, moving on. There are a number of distilleries that I am looking at. And I don't think I'm going along the path I'm considering with the whiskeys I have picked. They're all down here, by the way. But I do have some questions to the audience about where you might go and what you might think about certain distilleries that I've seen. Some of them I know of. Some of them I didn't. Some of them I don't know much about. And there are a few, I'm going off of what's nearby. So I'm going to list off these first 3. These 3 that are kind of close to where I'm going to be, but I haven't said I'll go there. Buffalo Traces are pretty close. So that's the first one I might hit up. Or the last, depending. I may go backwards. That might be an idea. Castle and Keys Distillery. Glens Creek. Barrel House Distilling. And there might be one more, but I don't remember exactly where it is. I was looking at a map for the past 30 minutes or so, trying to pick these out and trying to have some idea of what I'm doing. Oh, and I have to put the thing up because I'm a professional. And there we go. If you do donate to the Kentucky Fund, Kentucky donation, I don't even know what to call it, goal. It's a Kentucky goal. So I'm at 0 when I get there. Please be sure to @ me. I have to look on my phone to see it, and then I can change the number. If you should be so inclined. No one has to do that. It'll help, but no one has to do that. But it'll help. Or join my Patreon. That's a big help too. And that'll be a big help starting off next month. Hopefully the funds will get into my account. I still have quite a bit on my PayPal that's just sitting there, so I don't touch it. And so far, we're doing pretty well. We passed the quarter mark. I was surprised. Rob M., hello. Welcome, sir. I don't know if I saw you pop in. All right, so looking at the map, I would bring that up, but that's going to just make me tiny and confusing. Don't want to. Plus, there are places on here you might not want to see. I might go. Not true. Maybe true. You'll never know where and... Oh, I marked off like little cafes and stuff that are nearby where I'm going to be. I'm going to be in Georgetown, all right? So we are going from Georgetown, which is just above Lexington. Most of the stuff that I will be going to is to the west, and then I'll be going down. But Lexington itself has a few distilleries, which I wasn't quite aware of because they're not the big ones. And I'm going to tell you what they are as soon as I find them. There we go. Lexington Brewing and Distillery Co. That's one I was like, what? Town Branch Distillery. I saw that and went, well, it's in the middle of Lexington, so that's pretty close. The other one, I know there was another, I swear. Nope. I have a lot of restaurants picked out too. What the hell? Oops. Because my screen is being weird, I can't tell some of these. That's the airport. Oh. So that's one where I'm just like, well, I don't know what that is, but I could check it out. Or maybe I do know what that is, and I just don't remember. There's also a Jim Beam on here, a Jim Beam Old Granddad plant. I don't think that's actually a place I can go, but it's on there. There's Buffalo Trace, Castle and Key Distillery. I think let me do this. Because I have notes, and they're being buried by the browser, and that's not helpful. So Castle and Key is Glens Creek and Barrel House Distilling are the ones that I want to talk about first. I need your input. If you know what they are, if you've heard of their whiskey, if you've had their whiskey, would you go there? What do you think? Audience participation is key. Scott Pigsley, you're close. You're going along the list a bit. What's really funny is trying to figure out your own whiskey trail. You know there's a bourbon whiskey trail, and you realize how many there are. It's a little mind-boggling. And I also have to think driving and distance. It can take easily an hour or more to get to many of the distilleries from where I'm going to be staying. But I'm trying to go off the list of ones that are close that I'm not quite sure of. There is one on here where I was like, oh, hey. There are a couple, actually. There's like 3 or 4 that I was like, wait a minute. Hang on a second. What the hell? Moonshine U. Let me go do a little Moonshine U. Louisville. That's a bit of a trip. But I'm going to put it on the want to go. Because I am going to be staying. Oh, it's not far from some of the distilleries, though. That's an option. Unless it's a big, expensive thing. I've heard of it. So I know what you're talking about, but I've never actually looked into it other than knowing it exists somewhere. Because I'm a professional. But right now, the one I say I'm going to start with, again, I may go in reverse. I may go to the farthest one away and then head back up so everything's closer. I kind of like that idea a bit. So I'm mulling that one over. Of course, I figured that out after I've already set this in the going south direction. So, now, what is that Castle and Keys? That's what's throwing me off. I've heard of it. I know of it. That's it. We got Castle and Keys, Glens Creek. What the hell's Glens Creek? Nope, those are the big ones. Glens Creek, where are you? Unless they're on the other side. Because I didn't plan this out to the point where I know where everything is. We have, okay, Glens Creek, Castle and Keys is the closest. I've heard of it, and it's bothering me that I've heard of it, but I don't remember what they make. And then the other one was no. I should not have marked off a bunch of restaurants because now I'm just like, what's that? Lexington Brewing and Distilling Co. That's the other one, also known as Town Branch Distillery. So that's 2. Don't really know what it is. Heard of it. Might have had whiskey from there. I don't remember. Pinhook. There we go. Okay, we got Castle and Keys as a yay. Because what I am interested in, I know there's going to be big ass distilleries I want to go to, but my terror, my fear, is that I know what distilleries do. Okay, I know a fair amount about the process of making whiskey. I'm not an expert, but I get the gist of it. That kind of happens if you've been interested in whiskey long enough. You find out about how distilling works. You get to see the stills, which is always fairly interesting, especially with the larger ones. I haven't seen a really ginormous still as of yet. I say that, but I saw one that was very tall. That's still Austin. It was very. I had to look up, and I don't know if I saw the top. What's my point? But I haven't seen the mega distilling process, so I may be interested in seeing that at one of these places. What I'm worried is it's going to be a very touristy thing, where they're like, "This is a still, and it does this," and then, "Oh, we're in the barrel house. These are the barrels. They've been sitting in here for 10 years." I'm interested in barrel houses, though. Those are pretty interesting environments in themselves because you can almost feel the whiskey speaking to you, or more like smell it. I've been in a couple distilleries, and I know especially with Still Austin, we walked into the distilling room and I was like, "Whoa, that's rotten eggs. What the hell is going on here? Fermentation is weird. Not the best smell, but the whiskey's good. Don't worry. It's a whole process. It's a little weird." Oh, thank you, Sugar Kitty. That's what I'm talking about. The knowing of things that I don't even know because I don't retain information all that well. Castle and Keys was originally the E.H. Taylor Distillery. And where is it? Oh, shit. What did I do? Hold, please. There you are. This will be our uncorking for the evening because as much as I want to do a tasting video of it, which I might do at some point, I have quickly realized the bottle count I have and the ability to make content for each and every one is dwindling quickly. If I'm looking at, I think I said this last time, if I'm looking at even a few bottles that I've gotten, I have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10-ish bottles, like right there. All of them I want to do a video about. I think I missed one. There's 11, including this one, including the lore, which I opened recently. That is many weeks and months even of videos I can do. And I already have others planned. Like there's also 4, I think, behind me that are going to be out next month if I do it right. It's going to be a little tricky because as I found with the Pizza Miss stuff, trying to make 10 videos for, the weekdays is a little more difficult than I realized. I did it, but barely because one of the nights I just didn't go to sleep. So that's not healthy. So anyway, this is we're going to open up at the end because this is a favorite of mine. And had you not said that, I would have not known for certain that Castle and Keys is where this started. So that makes me very curious. I walked with you once upon. I don't know where that came from. But this is E.H. Taylor himself. If you watched my video about this, I did it a while ago. I did do a video about it, but it was a different bottle. And that's when I decided to talk like this gentleman right here on the bottle. You probably can't see him, but he is E.H. Taylor himself. Look at that hat. Oh, my God. I'll tell you what. I don't know if he ever said that. That'll be open at the end of the evening. Back to the topic at hand, Brian. Yes, I know. Leave me alone. So that will put a star on, okay? Okay, we're getting there. I will get this away from me. I can't see what I'm doing. Now, here's a question. Do you want to see the map? Would that help? Because I'm looking at the map over here, and I can show you, but I want to know if you want to see it. Yes, the beam is more touristy. I don't extremely need to go there because one, I don't drink Jim Beam very often. I do know they do I do know they do. Wow. One of the ones I've been grabbing a little bit because of the price. This old Granddad 114. It's a high proof thing. It's a little rough to have on its own, but you put it over the rock, ice. Oh my goodness. It is wonderful. I don't know why. You could just buy the lower proof stuff, but it's something about taking that proof down a bit and being cold. It's a little more approachable for me. And I like it that way for whatever reason. I want to call this Willard again. It's Weller, Brian. Weller. Check for yourself. Weller. Got it. Nailed it. Jeez. Restoration, huh? Nice. I don't even know what that is. I won't pretend. But next on our list. So again, we still have 3 that we're talking about a little bit. Castle and Keys, which I'm going to mark with a star. Here, I'll show you. I know it's more interesting if I show you what I'm trying to do here. Plus, it might help me out because it's hard to do this. I'm still going to be doing that. But at least you'll be able to see what I'm attempting here. Yeah. Share screen. Boop. Ruh-roh. I broke it. There we go. That was terrifying. La la la. Yeah. There we go. It's showing all the things. There we go. Now everyone knows everything about me. No, you don't. There we go. Now you can see I'm zooming in and zooming out a bit. This is Kentucky right here. I have many little things marked off, as you can see. This is like, sorry, I'm all right. Get this out of the way. There we go. So I've lost where I am. Okay, there's Louisville. Bam. I will be over here in Georgetown. I think you can see the arrow moving around. Yeah, you can. So Georgetown is where I will be. Lexington is where I'm going to head for a bunch of places, as you can see. We have a bunch of stuff. Seltzer Club. I don't know what that is. Lexington Brewing and Distilling Co. That one's throwing me off. I don't know what that is. Lexington. Justin's House of Bourbon. Going there, hopefully. Whiskey Bear closed, so I can't go there. It's closed because it's going somewhere else. OBC Kitchen. I have a bunch of things marked off. And Americ's in restaurants. I've heard things. So I'll be going to Lexington for a lot of fine dining experiences, a.k.a. credit card. And I will be, what's this? And there are I have like coffee shops and stuff up here. But what we're looking at, other than this one down here that I just mentioned, is like Jim Beam old granddad plant. I saw that and went, well, what the hell's that? And then we have Buffalo Trace, which is fairly close. I'm pointing at the wrong screen, which is very close, as you can see. Wild Turkey, we're getting to it. That will be 2 more. It'll be the second from what I'm doing. I like maps, by the way. Not like a map fan, as in I have to have them and look at them all the time, but I do enjoy sort of the complications of how they came to be and such. And it helps to know how to read one, I gotta say. So there's Castle and Keys right there. This is Buffalo Trace. So it's not far off. I am going to go to Buffalo Trace at some point, and it's not that far away from where I'm staying. I mean, I say that. It's probably about 30 minutes or more. It's kind of hard to tell on a big map like this. And we have Woodford Reserve, which is one I'm thinking about going to, even though I don't drink a lot of Woodford Reserve. However, as some of you may know, I did get a very special Woodford Reserve bottle that has my logo on it. You can see that because I'm so tiny. So at the very least, I'd like to go there and tell them that. It's like, hey, by the way, I got this bottle, and this is JJ who sent this. It's got my logo on it, which I never thought I'd see. And it's amazing. I believe I opened that one at 250 subs. I think. Maybe 300. Oh, my memory, man, I swear. Why did I put that down? So Woodford is next on the will go to maybe. All right. I'll keep track. Some of these distilleries I'm going to be talking about are ones I'm curious about. And I'm curious about what you think, the audience. The audience needs to tell me things because I have a bad memory and haven't been anywhere. I've never been to Kentucky. I'm almost positive. Maybe I drove through it when I was a kid, but not as an adult. I've never actually gone there. So Woodford is on there, but so are all these other distilleries. Castle and Keys, which I have to mark. Ooh, I must didn't mark it. Where the hell is it? That's Wild Turkey. Woodford, that's next. Castle and Keys. Bam. The E.H. Taylor place. Giving it a star. Not a favorite, a star. There we go. Boom. So now I will know to go visit that one. See? That's what I'm talking about. A little bit of info so I can figure out what the hell's going on when I get there. I need to have like a list. If you were paying attention to my Instagram or anything like that during my recent trip to Texas, I don't usually travel much, by the way, but I'm trying to do that now while I still can. Oh, and if you'll note, the goal down below says I usually cannot. This is anyway. There are these other ones I'm looking at as well. So we have Glens Creek, Barrel House Distilling, Bluegrass Distilling. These are not as close. We're going off the first one being Castle and Keys, which is right there. And first, we want to talk about Woodford a little. All right. Has anyone actually been to the Woodford Distillery, or are there any products at Woodford that you like other than the regular old, staple Woodford Reserve? I am curious because I haven't thought much about Woodford. I've had a few bottles, but it's nothing that blows my mind, as we'll find out in a minute, I think. You know what's really weird, and you guys might not believe me, but I've never like drank Weller and be like, oh my god, it's the best thing ever. But there's something funny about. This is gonna sound strange. I know some of you will realize this too. It's happened to me numerous times. When you get a bottle and it's tied to a memory. Hear me out. So if my dad's still here, he'll know this. With the Green Spot, it doesn't blow me away. It's not my absolute favorite Irish whiskey, but my dad got that for me, special, for my birthday, 3-4 years ago. And ever since on my birthday, I've kind of wanted to have a Green Spot. I really have to buy one because of that. He got me one for my birthday, and I kind of want to have one around. If I don't, I probably finish it, And with this Weller is not my favorite. I prefer, I seem to like E.H. Taylor as Buffalo Trace products, and the other one is Eagle Rare. Those are the two that are kind of like my Buffalo Trace fanboy stuff. What's the Zeller? Hello. Welcome. How are you, sir? Double Oak. I don't think I've had the Double Oak just because of the price. I've seen it, but I think the price is a little. Well, let me pour some Woodford while we're talking about it a little bit. But with this Weller that I poured a moment ago, it seems to taste better only because I know how I got it and where. So I was given that, or I was told I should take it, I should say, during the La Quinta event down in Texas, in Austin. It was brought by Jeffrey Patron, who some of you may know from the Whiskey Vault / Tribe. He's donated a lot of bottles. And this flask of Weller sat there on the table, surrounded by hundreds of other bottles the whole night. No one touched it. No one even opened it. It was just sitting there the whole time. And he told me, hey, if no one touches that, it's yours. So I took it. Felt a little weird, but I know it was his, and he gave it to me through that. So either I stole it from the La Quinta or it was donated to me by Jeffrey Patron. Which do you think I prefer? Yeah, Jeffrey Patron gave it to me or said I could have it. So I took it. And simply because of that, he donated it through that kind of roundabout way, and that it was at the La Quinta event, and that no one touched the damn thing the whole night. That makes it taste a little better, I think. As weird as that sounds, because of that whole little backstory and nonsense, it tastes a little better than the other bottle I have, which is kind of weird, but true. What story? Cliff Smith, hello, sir. Speaking of La Quinta, this man has so many bottles there, you have no idea. Boop. For Double Oak, it's very sweet, very candy bar like. Ooh, now you've got my attention. If I see a bottle there, if I see the Woodford Double Oak there, I might grab it. I mean, even again, that's if we reach the goal that I'm at now and hopefully pass it. We'll see. I have only a week-ish, so that means I have Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, and I think Oh gosh, do I not have next Wednesday or the Wednesday after that? Let me double check. Hold please. It's being weird. That's dreadful. I realize that. That's dreadful. Oh yeah. Oh boy. You know how that problem is? You say, "Oh, it's next month," and then you realize that's actually next week, almost. That's the feeling I'm getting now. October's almost over. I was just getting used to October. Oh, same thing happened last month. I was just getting used to it being September, and that was over. Whoa, what is this? Oh, by the way, the stock market crashed in 1929 today. Random fact that I have on my phone for no apparent reason. So I will have a stream on Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So technically, I only have about 3 days left to get the rest of this goal. I don't think that's going to happen, but I will be trying to do some stuff on the road. I don't like pushing my other social media, but Instagram is probably the better place if you want to see what's happening, because I can't really post much on YouTube while I'm out and about. But on Instagram, you're going to see where I go, all the foods I eat, distilleries I visit, pictures I take everywhere I go. It's just convenience. I don't like Facebook or Instagram that much, but that's the easiest one to keep up. It's that or Twitter. Those are kind of like the mainstream-ish ones these days. But I know there are other things. I just got the community tab option. I don't know if any of you saw the community tab option on YouTube. That's kind of weird. I'm trying to get used to that now that I hit 500 subscribers. Back to what we're talking about while I'm in mini mode here. Who's distractible? Not me. So there's Woodford Reserve. And we're talking about the double oak. I like that. I almost tried to drink out of this. There's nothing in here. Oh, boy. Yeah, it's nice. All right. Continuing. Down we go. Wild turkey is next on our list. But I'm still trying to figure out where these other ones are. I marked them off. Right now, I'll give you the lineup real quick. They're down here. But the ones I would like to hit officially are Buffalo Trace. Where'd it go? Kathleen Keys now. Woodford. Wild Turkey. And Four Roses. As you can see, that would be either from around where I am here in Georgetown. It would be west, boom, 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 boom. Or it would be southwest, and I come up, do. Something like that. But there are also more that are farther away, down yonder. Actually, that's a place. Baymount Inn is where I wanted to stay, but I realized how expensive it was, and I am not going to stay there. Not for this trip. Maybe someday when I have billions of dollars. Here's another Wilderness Trail Distillery. What distillery? Wilderness Trail Distillery. I am the Wilderness Trail. That's way down there. You can see that's probably an hour's drive. I'm pointing at this screen, but you can see it on there. You know what I mean. And I have Wilderness Trail. I have some right here. It's a rye, and it's pretty damn good. Watch the video. Also, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Blah. It's been 30 minutes. I have to say that. You're right. I don't know if it's because I just had a Weller. The Woodford Reserve seems sweeter than I remembered. I seem to think it was very oak forward almost, but this is, as you said, similar to candy. I know you're talking about the double oak, but this is caramel sweetness. You know what it is? The nose doesn't really impress me. It doesn't grab my attention. But it is very sweet, sweeter than I remember it. Because it's called Woodford. You know how easy it is for me to get, impressionated. I'm impressionable. Since it says wood on it, I expect more of an oak forward thing, and that is not happening with this. It is extremely sweet. You said candy bar. It's reminding me of a caramello a little bit. Caramello, if anyone even knows what that is. Doug H. Hello, sir. Welcome to the show. Oh, ow. Cliff says Woodford has distillery only special available from the gift shop. Ooh, that'd be fun. I'm not going to remember that. But I'll try to remember that when I'm there. Because I don't know how I'm going to do that. I can't send myself a notification or anything, and I don't know when I'm even going to be there. A lot of driving to visit multiple distilleries. It's beautiful country, though. Good. That'll be nice. I will try to keep that in mind. I don't mind driving. I like driving places a little bit, but it's more the other people on the road that'll drive me a little crazy. If they don't drive like New Englanders, I think they'll be okay. Or Texans, by the way. Holy shit. No offense to Texas, but you guys are crazy. But as you can see, that Wilderness Trail is kind of off the beaten path. A little bit. So mostly what I'm thinking about are these ones. And I do have the other ones that are nearby. We have Wilderness Trail, the Bluegrass Distilling, which I'm still not even sure where the hell it is. Is that it? No, it's Jefferson's. Where is the Bluegrass? The Blind Pig. You're going to see some restaurants and stuff. There's Willett. There's Makers. Do you think they're all so close together? They are not. Like, this is at least an hour drive from where I am, which is fine. I mean, 2 hours out of my day, I can deal with it, but ugh. Starlight was way the hell over here. Probably not going to hit that one up. Bug out in here. What the hell? I had some liquor stores marked off too. Park City, Kentucky. I don't know why I had that marked. What's that? Red River Gorge. Oh yeah, someone mentioned that last time. Imagine taking the base Woodford and rebarreling in fresh toasted oak for even more sweetness. That's still, oh shit, really? Now I'm very curious. I'm very curious, especially if we can get the special bottle, because that would be, I like that idea. Here's the other thing. When I go to Kentucky, there are bottles I'm going to want to buy, not taters, not, stand in line and get whatever, because it's not a thing. I don't have the money for that, as you can tell. I'm still just trying to get a goal of covering the bases. So $1,000 will cover the money I've already spent on my credit card for the flight and the car rental. That's it. The hotel we got with points, it's just those two things. Everything else is just kind of, well, I think my parents are probably going to help me with the food and any kind of like gasoline. I have a gas card. My parents have a gas card that they let me use. And yeah, it's going to be food, and maybe if I purchase a few bottles. That's it. This down here, again, is just for the basis, just so I don't have $1,000 of credit card debt that I shouldn't have. But I did it anyway, because I'm not a responsible adult. But I wanted to go. I wanted to go to Kentucky so bad. I wanted to go last year. That's the thing people don't know. In 2020, I had planned to go to Kentucky. And as you know, that didn't happen. Wow. Nice. Slap shot. Welcome. The hockey game. Who won? I don't even know who played. Yeah, Woodford is surprising me. A little more than I thought it would. Now, Lexington. I'm looking at the wrong one. Louisville, sorry. I'll be near Lexington, so I plan to do a bunch around this area. This is kind of the general places I will go. If I want to go outside a little bit, like a little further, an hour or so, there are other places I have in mind. Now, these are the big ones, actually, and I haven't decided on actually going to them, but we have, again, Wilderness Trail. That's one that's interesting to me. Lux Row, Bardstown, Willett, and Jefferson's. Those are the other four that are not as close, but I'm asking the audience, what would you go to? What do you think? Some of those I'm not even sure about. Bardstown's a big one. I know that. I'm well aware of that. But Jefferson's, again, it's right out of I'm pointing at the wrong screen. But as you can see, from where I'm going to be located, it's a bit of a trek. It's got 5 stars from, one person, but still, how generous of them. You got Beam, way the hell over here. This is the part that confuses me. We got Beam over here, and then we have the old Granddad plant over here. I don't really know which is the one is the tourist thing. So confusion. Starlight, way the hell over there. Down here in Bardstown is, Bardstown. Maker's Mark is one I really want to go to. That is going to be a must. That is coming up later in the show. Do not worry. Oh, bugger all. Next time. That's the game. That's how it goes. I don't play sports, but I know winning and losing is a thing. And technically, people generally want to win, even though in the long run, it's not quite relevant. But I know the feeling. I was playing computer games earlier today and kept losing. I was very annoyed. But I also have to tell myself every time there's a loss, not important to the rest of my life. Frustrating right now, not important as of an hour from now. 30 minutes later, it's like, whatever. I'll lose the next game by then. I'll be frustrated about that. So, got to do that for myself. I get very frustrated when there's stuff like that. I get heated. It's not healthy. That's why I do not like competition. It's not good for me, basically. So, Bardstown Bourbon Company, Lux Row Distilleries. Again, that's one I have marked off as a what? It's right there. It's right next to Bardstown. So, what's up? The Blind Pig Bourbon. Somewhere I might go. It's the other one next to it. Mamie's Kitchen and Bar, another place I might go to eat. Willet Distillery. Now, I don't have any Willet. I don't think. But I've heard good things. I believe this is the one that has the one I'm aware of is the one that's shaped like a still. A little tiny, weird, long. It's not the best. It's not the best bottle to have. It looks kind of nice, but pouring the damn thing. Holy shit. It's a little crazy. And this one says temporarily closed as well. That weirds me out a bit. Don't want to plan to go there if it's not open, Primary beam location is the one south of Louisville. So it would be that one right there. And it does say temporarily closed. So I don't know what's up. Bardstown has BBC, Heaven Hill, and Willet. Oh. So Bardstown is just where I would go, basically. And I would hit all three of those. Lux Row, Bardstown. Not that. Willet. The same thing was said about it was this one. When I was looking up information on Jim Beam, old Grandad plant, I clicked on it. And of course, it brought me right up to Beam Suntory, which has even Maker's Mark is involved somehow. So that was a little weird. I know they're a huge company, so I'm not surprised that's a thing. Wow, there's differences. So we are trying to figure out, again, if you're just joining us, where to go in Kentucky. Where would you go? Where would you want to go? I'm also talking about a few of the kind of outliers. Again, we found out about Castle and Keys earlier. I was very surprised about that being a thing with the H. Taylor. I had no idea. Whoop. There's a nice restaurant. I've heard that. I know Chad and Sarah and a few other people have talked about how Bardstown has really nice restaurants. So that's tempting. Yeah. But again, we're talking about at least an hour drive there and back. Well, an hour drive there and an hour drive back. So 2 hours in total of the day. And I'll be driving myself this time, which is kind of the part of it all. Four Roses is a definite. All right. I have certain definites. The definites that, or maybe definites, are what we're drinking right now. So I'm finishing off the Woodford because now you've told me about that bottle that I could get there. I am curious. Next on our list. It was mentioned earlier. I'm going to show you where it is so you can see why it's one I'm going to go to, other than the fact that I really like their products. So we're clear. Is that it? Nope. Is that it? Nope. Is that it? Yes. Got it. First try. Got it. Wild Turkey. I am very much looking forward to going to Wild Turkey. Just so you know. And if you're not knowing, I have been drinking Wild Turkey for a long time. I blame Chad and Sarah from It's Bourbon Night for getting me into the Wild Turkey scene, specifically this bottle. You probably can't see it's tiny. This is the rare breed. Oh, yeah. Good stuff. Zen Boot, hello, sir. The legend. Schwelcome. Schwelcome. We have been talking about the Kentucky trip. I'm not nervous at all. Going somewhere by myself. Out of state. Or really, really out of state. Going on my plane rides are really what freak me out a bit. This is going to be a kick to the face. I realize that. This is what, 58? 58.4. So I'm going to have to be, probably should have poured less, actually. No problem. All right. So here we are with the Wild Turkey. Now, we all know, well, no, we don't, but we know Russell's. We know Wild Turkey 101. We know Wild Turkey Rare Breed. I haven't had their rye, the 101 rye. I think I had a sample of the Rare Breed rye, which was okay. It didn't like blow my, it wasn't like, it was not the best. It wasn't bad. It was just, I expect a lot. I expect something. That's the fun thing with whiskey. You expect it to do something else where you kind of stop. Everything about you just kind of stops for a minute when you have it. That's my favorite thing about some whiskeys. When you just, everything slows down and time stops moving and you just dumbfounded by what you just experienced. Yeah. Little things like that, you know? It's like, what the hell's happening over there? All right, putting the Wild Turkey in here. Not too much. Again, I'm trying to have about 2-ish full pours right now. I'm doing about half an ounce each, and I have 3 more to go. So we're doing 2.5, 1.5, 2-ish. I'm trying to think. Is it 1.5 ounces is the usual dram? So that'd be 2. I'm doing half ounces. Okay. I'm trying to be responsible, damn it. Now, the real question is, which way should I go? Because I'm tempted to go, not that way. I'm tempted to go to Wilderness Trail, but that would be a hike. That is a bit of a trek. I'm not going to pretend it isn't. This, of course, is the big trek. That's going to be about as far as I want to go, mostly, because I will probably wrap this into one day. I should probably center this a little bit. But I'm probably going to wrap this area into one day. I'm probably not going to get Jim Beam. Jefferson's probably not. I feel like I'm going to make Louisville itself a different time. So I'll go to actual Louisville and stay in that area because it's going to be too much. I feel like it's going to be too much to go from all the way over here to all the way over there and then all the way over there. That would be a lot. And I want to do this in chunks. And again, you see right here, there's an actual, Bourbon Trail almost, just except for this being over here. So I will probably do this area, or at least this area, then this area, then this area. Because I'm going to have a day where I just kind of relax and do the usual touristy bullshit, visit a few places. That was the other question. I almost forgot. Master's Keep, yes, that is. Sugar Key, that's like, I know it exists. Never going to have a bottle, so I'm not going to think about it. Unless there's a crazy patron out there. And I know there's some. Zen Bood, who's a crazy donator, and Cliff, another crazy donator to the channel. Legends, as I like to call them. But I'm not going to see that one. Unless the likes lose their mind and want to send something. Or someone out there, it's just not. I'm not really interested. I would love to have a bottle, but not by any means that I am capable of. Again, I'm doing a donation thing just so I can not be in crippling debt any more than I already am. And I may do that, by the way. I may have a similar goal where it's just going to be help me get to zero in my debt because I've done so many bad decisions over the years because of my mental health issues. But I'm about $15,000 in debt besides what you see here, which is just for the trip. And even all that is on a new credit card. So for whatever reason, they keep giving me credit cards. I don't know why. Oop. Okay. Wait, hold on. Sorry, Patreon confused me. Stuff was happening on Patreon for a minute there. It was from It's Bourbon Night. I didn't look at it. I just popped up. Yeah, that might be the best idea. And again, it's going to be a lot of figuring stuff out. I'm not the best at planning ahead, if you didn't know. You do now. What do I keep saying? I remember the thing. I said something wrong. I'm saying Louisville is what I'm not supposed to say. Lexington's easy. But Louisville, I'm supposed to say Louisville. Is that right? I'm definitely not going to say Louisville. I'm going to say Louisville to everyone, and they're going to hate me for it. Oh, Sugar Key got one. Master keeps samples from the very generous Troy from Pop 'em Don't Watch 'em. Oh, yeah, I know Troy. Or I know of Troy. He gives away samples sometimes on Mash and Journey. That's right. And on my Bourbon Journey. Yes. Those guys all need to invite me on their barrel picks. What the hell? No, I'm kidding. I mean, yes, do it. But also, that's not going to happen. If it does, great. Putting it out there, as they say. I would love to go on a barrel pick. I don't even care if it's my name's on the bottle or my logo or I'm even mentioned. I just like the idea of going on a barrel pick. It sounds fun. Not paying for the barrel pick, by the way. Just being there. Contributing via just being there. Cliff, you, me, and Irene, you gotta do a pick, and I'll just try it. You guys can buy it. I have never not been in the poverty area, by the way, just so we're clear. Very fortunate that I've never gone below it, but riding that line, in case you weren't aware. Again, so to clear up anything for anyone who's here who isn't normal to being here, first, like, subscribe, bell. I have a Patreon. But this is where I get income. I have not been able to work for the past 10 years due to mental health stuff. So this is it. That's why I'm probably one of the few Whiskey Tube people who's like, please help me. Give me your money and your whiskey. Save me from myself, basically. So I appreciate anything and everyone who does donate. Again, Patreon itself has been incredible to my mental well-being and helping me pay for things for the channel and in general. And I want to say that almost every time I do it live because it's true. They will tell me there's no city by that name. Tell me where Louisville is. I'm just not going to go to Louisville. Screw it. Or Louisville. Damn it. Especially if I can't say it properly. Listening to the crickets. But here we are. The general concept at the moment is I will be in Georgetown. I will very likely, I hope to meet someone in Buffalo Trace at some point. Maybe. But I did find out, unfortunately, that the tours, I guess, are pretty like well in advance to get in. And I may be going there that day to meet some people. I might be meeting in Suburban right there. I'm just saying I might. No guarantees. Well, kind of a guarantee, but not really. I don't want to say I'm gonna meet them and then it not happen. So there, it's up in the air that I might see them there. That'll be fun. Again, follow Instagram. If nothing else, I will post stuff there because that is the easiest thing to do. My patrons know as well. As much as I love Patreon as a platform and helps me out a lot, their lens thing is not great. If you don't have a Wi-Fi, it doesn't work. It's infuriating. I want to let people there know what I'm doing. But if I'm out and about and there's no Wi-Fi, it just doesn't. It sucks. But Instagram does. So that's why I recommend following me on Instagram, please. I hate having to say that, but that's where it happens. That's my kind of day-to-day stuff. Food, places, etc. So if you like that kind of thing and you want to see more about my mustache, I mean me, please go there. I am in the hunt for finding a good place where I can get a real good mustache thing, but I'm finding that's very difficult. It's kind of an old school hobby thing. So there we go. Buffalo Trace. Oh, it's gone out 10. That's nice now. I am considering, I said this earlier, that I'll be going from Georgetown and maybe, no, that's the wrong place. Maybe down to here. Wilderness Trail is way the hell down here. And again, if you can ever stay at Baymount Inn, Beaumont, give it a look. The place looks amazing. 4.5 stars. And I want to go there someday, but it's very expensive. And right now I'm staying at one of the cheapest hotels I could find. Here we go. I may do this. I may go Four Roses because, as you may know, I love Four Roses. It is next on my pour list, and I need to hurry up because I got about an hour and 3 more bottles to go. So making good time. Oh, there we go. Wild Turkey has more oak in it than Woodford does. And it is sweet too. Oh, that's good. Oh, that is good. It's a whole different kind of good. It's great. I love the fact that bourbons can be so dramatically different. Oh, whoop. I hear people from Louisville say it, and it doesn't even have 3 syllables. Louisville. I'll just say it like that, and they won't know what I'm saying. Louisville. Turned into a frog. I'm sorry. So the idea is I probably will want to visit Four Roses early on. Wild Turkey is right next door, pretty much, which is funny. I had no idea they were that close together, and both of those products are stuff I adore. I'm leaning more towards Four Roses these days. I still have not gotten all the real fancy stuff they have, thankfully, but I can feel it in the back of my head being like, hey, they have those really special barrel picks and stuff. Why don't you get one of those for an outrageous price? No. I want them, but no. At most, I will get another small batch select someday, and that's 60, 70 bucks in my area someday. So it's great that these are just so close together. So I can go boop, boop, done. Favorites, boom, right there. Then we have Woodford. Again, I've been clued in that the double oak is interesting. They have a special one you can get there. Castle and Key, because we found out that they were the starters of E.H. Taylor. And I went, what? And now I want to go there. So it's on the list. And it's in the area, as I said. That's kind of why I talked about a few of these other places. For those of you who haven't been here since the start, Castle and Key Distillery, Glens Creek, Barrel House Distilling, Bluegrass Distilling, Wilderness Trail, Lux Row, Bardstown, and Willett and Jefferson, which are kind of farther away. That's why they are on there. I'm trying to find the general consensus about some of these places. Where the hell? There's some buried in here. That was the problem. Where is it? Yeah, do the thing. Yeah, Lexington Brewing Distillery, a.k.a. Town Branch Distilling, which I didn't even have on there. Do I? No, let me add that on here so I can look at it later. Town Branch Distilling or Distillery. I have that on here now. Save. Bam. Just save it. There we go. I'm trying to find out where the other ones are because I'm getting lost. I'm trying to find where is Town Branch and stuff. Or not Town Branch. Glens Creek and Barrel House Distilling. Where are those? Where are you? That's not it. Is it? No, these are all the food places. Merrickson, OBC, places I definitely want to go. Whiskey Bear, which is closed, but because they're moving, so don't worry about that. They're going to a new location, from what I understand. But this, again, these are other ones I didn't know was so close. Jim Beam and Buffalo Trace are neighbors almost, although this is not officially their place, I believe. Sugar Kitty says, if you like Four Roses, keep your eyes out for the bullet picks. That's sourced from Four Roses and generally quite a bit cheaper. I've heard that. I believe Hot Buddy Rolls was talking about that last night. Their barrel picks and their Four Roses bullet stuff. I was like, oh. And bullet's not on here, is it? Unless that's one of those combo distillery things, because I get very confused at places. Like Jim Beam makes a lot of stuff. I know that. Buffalo Trace makes a lot of stuff. I know that. Do I know all of them? No. No, not at all. So I'm not even sure where bullet's actually produced. Oh, here we go. John White. You're welcome if I didn't welcome you earlier. Just got back from Kentucky, went to the Bourbon on the Bank, met Chad and Sarah, and visited 6 distilleries. I had a great drinking and hunting. Ooh, I'm jealous. Why didn't you take me with you? No, I'm kidding. That must have been fun. They did say they were out somewhere. I think that was what you said, Bourbon on the Banks. But I got to meet Chad and Sarah officially in Texas. That was awesome. Got my picture taken and everything. They're celebrities. 6 distilleries. Which 6 distilleries did you visit? Because I may add 1 or 2 in there if it's something I haven't seen. And that, again, that's if in this general vicinity, because these are the ones that I'm looking at the moment. And I have to hurry because I do have 3 more and I want to get on it. Yes, Sugar Kitty, he is. But only if you're a Patreon. I think you get shots first. I haven't seen anything on Patreon for $3, I think. He's one of the few Patreon things I am subscribed to because I shouldn't be spending any money on Patreon, if I'm being perfectly honest. But I've been supporting Whiskey Tribe since the start because I'm one of those. I don't even want to think about how much money I've actually given them over the years. But anyway, then it's Aquavite, Roy, who's actually subscribed to my Patreon, which is wonderful. It's hilarious. It's like, what? And there are a bunch of others. There's Stillet. He's doing stuff down under or in New Zealand. What else? There's more. Chad and Sarah. So it's Bourbon Night. So there's a few. It's three or four. I feel like there's one more I'm missing. But some. I shouldn't really be doing that to any of them. But it's probably less than $20 a month. Probably maybe a little more. But again, I shouldn't do that. But I do it because I must be involved in everything. Oh, that's so good. That's another one I didn't look at. MGP. That's in Indiana. That's why. That clicked pretty quickly, thankfully. Northwest from Frankfurt. They still, since Bullet is Four Roses plus MGP sourced. All right. I'll look into that later. I'll try to figure out if I can find Bullet because I do have a Bullet over here. Where'd it go? No. I have one. Where is it? This is one of the few bullets I actually have. You know what? I gotta stop doing that. I don't want to stop sharing the screen. I just want to go back to this mode. There we go. Bullet Bourbon and Barrel Strength. This is pretty intense. Focus. There we go. As you can see, nope, wrong way. There we go. Left, right, left. There we go. 58.3. It's right up there with the Wild Turkey I'm having, actually. So, how do I make it go back? There we go. Oh, that's different. That is tiny. Do you prefer that? You can see my face and mustache so much better, but can't see the map very well. So do tell which one you think is preferable. I just have to. There we go. We're at the hour mark, folks. Please be sure to like, subscribe, bell, do the bell, and come on back now. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going anywhere, but just so you know, like, thumbs either way. The YouTube overlords demand your thumbs. It's not me, it's them. I promise. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Oh, that's what I was supposed to do. Shit. I knew I was forgetting something. You know what I was forgetting? I'm supposed to do a raffle. That's the easiest way to get funds. I'm supposed to do a raffle every single time I'm doing this because it's better than just being, it's just saying, give me the money. So we're starting a raffle. God, it will be nothing crazy. It's going to be some of the samples that we're having tonight from my Kentucky lineup, as it were. So I will try to, oh God, I have to change one. Kentucky bourbon raffle. Done. That was so easy. So there we go. Kentucky bourbon raffle has begun at the hour mark because I am responsible. But this is usually the time people start coming in. American residents only, I'm sorry, because it's very hard to hand deliver over the ocean. But Stanley Wagner Jr. was our last winner. He got some peated scotch, and I am working on those right now. Here's one of them. Mystery. He's going to be getting a blind from me. He doesn't actually like peated scotches that much, so I am looking forward to that. I'm not going to torture him. I'm going to try to send him some stuff I think he would actually like. This one, I'm not sure, but I'm not going to say what it is. So, And again, these are from the flight I'm having right now. So you're going to get 4 out of the 6 I have going on down here. And if you want to ask specifically, you can, but you'll also have to watch the stream. I know, like this one in particular is not one I'm giving away, not because it's, it's Woodford, but also because it's my KillCo logo, Woodford. And I want to keep that going for as long as I can. But even when I do empty the bottle, clearly I'm going to keep it. Why would I not? I may even turn it into a mystery bottle, infinity bottle. There we go. It was in there. Now I have to pull something else up. Ugh. Oh, that's not how you spell that. There we go. All right. Right now, no one's entered. And I know this is the better way to make funds. It's more fun. It's actually more fun for me to do raffles. It's more difficult because it requires me to do something, and I'm not the best at doing that. But I enjoy it. I do enjoy sharing the whiskey. And it also helps with the funds without just saying, give me money. It has to be more than just me entertaining you. As much as I enjoy it, it's not worth much, really. Oh, stop it, Brian. Stop doing that. All right. Leave me alone. Keep that for later. And do at me. If you do raffle, again, $5 gets you one. But if you're interested and you did send to the PayPal or the Venmo, you have to go at KillCo Whiskey Musings. Tell me how many you're in for, and then I can get that set up. We may have no one. Again, I meant to start this from the beginning, and it just blanked out because I tried to get everything else done. The map, where I'm going, all that. It's a little more complicated than usual. My usual streams are not this invested, and that's not the word, not this organized, and let's just say it's not the best organization. Local store, Sugar Kitty says, my local store has picks a bullet. I don't think they're advertised anymore, but we're a couple left on the shelves. I want to say about $55 compared to $85 sometimes for Four Roses picks. Yeah. It gets really nuts with the Four Roses stuff. I'm not quite sure why, but it's good. I've had one of the best bourbons I've had in recent memory was definitely a Four Roses pick, and I can never have it again unless the person who sent the sample sends me more, and I'd have to get in touch. But he's got his own real life BS right now. I'm talking about What's his name? Hold on. Hold, please. Oh, wow. Drink Pro. There we go. He was the one who sent me this amazing Four Roses pick sample, and it was on stream. I don't remember which one, but it just stopped me dead in my tracks, and I was just blown away for a moment, and it was lovely. Oh, I want it again. Oh, anyway. Speaking of Four Roses, that's next on our list. And I should point out the Kentucky bourbon raffle for the 4 samples. There's nothing crazy here. You can probably get some of these, but if you haven't, it's incentive. So we have Willet, Woodford, Wild Turkey Rare Breed, Four Roses Single Barrel, Maker's Mark Cast Strength, and then the last one is the H. Taylor. So that's the lineup. You're going to get 4 of those depending. When I say depending, I mean depending if anyone answers. Bleh. Ugh. Water. Rinse. I've had 3 in here already. So, Steve Burko, hello. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. The only way to get the 8 of the 10 recipes is those picks. So they go for the big money. Secondary prices on those can be easy. Yeah, I've heard. I don't. I try not to deal with it, if I'm being perfectly honest. I would love to get some of those Four Roses picks, but I'm not that guy. As I said earlier, this is the only work I do other than actually making videos. And again, apologies for not making a video last week, but I did make 10 the 2 weeks before, and then I was in Texas for a number of days, and it was just obvious I was not going to pull it off. It was a maybe because I was supposed to get home on Tuesday, late Tuesday, but I didn't get home until about 1 o'clock Wednesday morning or 2 or something like that. I was done. So there was no way to do that. And I realized I just needed to pause for a moment. Otherwise, my mental health would have collapsed, and we don't want that. So here we go. Here's some of the other ones. This is where I think it is. It's Belmont. Again, I want to go there someday. It looks like a beautiful place. The Maker's Mark Distillery is going to be the only one I think I'm going to go out of my way for. And that's why I'm considering Wilderness Trace. Wilderness Trace. I need to pour another drink. Wilderness Trail. Oh, fun. Here's the Four Roses. Again, it's just a single barrel. Nothing crazy. And this is why I did this. So you can see stuff a little easier. Come on now. Four Roses. Here we go. And this is from Warehouse NN. 14-2G barrel number. And again, just 50%. Nothing crazy. It's not like a special select bottle, but I like it. I like all the Four Roses barrel picks I've gotten. Not barrel picks. Single barrels. There we go. Woo! That was a good one. Yeah. I'm slipping to like less than a quarter pour now. Less than half an ounce at this point. I also realized a lot of these are much higher proof. So there you go. And I haven't eaten since breakfast. So there's that. No worries. And I have to make dinner after this. Such a good adult. So bad. Ooh, wow. Hello. What the hell? I got a very heavy rye note on this for a second. Like what's it called? Leaf stuff. Koala. Damn it. I know it's in there. I could say anise. I don't know if it's the same thing. I want to say leprechaun. I don't know why. It's the wrong word. Again, this is a plant that's not in my zone. And I'm forgetting what it's called because my brain does not work. I can see the damn koala eating the stuff. I can't remember the name. Eucalyptus. I had to stop thinking about it. That was fun. Eucalyptus. Kind of like that on those for some weird reason. Unexpected. But, as I said, because this is so far out, these all come into play. Even this. James Beam, I'm not actually saying I'm going to go there, but because of the vicinity, and I feel like there's more here. Like this is like Wilderness Trail is just out there. I assume there's got to be something here. I mean, this inn place is around. This whole area, there's got to be more to it. I haven't looked into it yet, but I'm very curious because if I'm going to go away the fluke down here just to visit one distillery and one other distillery, there's got to be something in this area that is interesting other than all this. Like something's here. It's a big area, you know. I'm going to just keep circling for fun. Yay. But you know what I mean. There's got to be more in this area. I'm going to try to find maybe restaurants. Sites. If you know of any sites in Kentucky that I really need to see in this ginormous area that I'll be in, we're talking like this. I'm probably going to keep Louisville and a couple other places off. Again, I'm thinking about Jefferson. Probably not going to happen. James Bean, maybe, probably not going to happen. And the other one I can't get to is Starlight. Look at all this. Like, this is crazy. Once you get down in it, Louisville itself. You have Michter's, which is one of the ones I was considering. Stitzer Weller, again, it's like what? Heavens Hill. Moonshine University, which I would like to go to. Someone mentioned it earlier, so it's on there now. But it looks like it's out of the way. Evan Williams, I know a lot of stuff has been going on with him lately. Old Forester. And that just says Louisville. Why do I have that? Justin's House of Bourbon. That's another one. But that's just the same thing, different place. And a liquor store. And it's, again, there's another one. If you know of any liquor stores in Kentucky that I really should just stop by, and again, we're talking mostly about the Lexington, Frankfort, Georgetown, Louisville, not Louisville, but, you know, in this vicinity. We're talking mostly around Lexington. If there's anything, this restaurant, sites, or liquor stores that I should visit. Slapshots. How many days will I be in Kentucky? It's not going to be a lot. It's similar to Texas. I find a week feels like a long time, but I'm going to actually look because I don't even remember. I will be leaving for Kentucky very early on, well, not very early, but early on Thursday. All right. So I should be landing in Kentucky I'll be there by 2:00. So I'm leaving around 7:30 in the morning, going to Chicago. I think I have a change of planes. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into it yet. And then I'll be going from Chicago to Lexington. So I'll be there on the 4th. And I'll be leaving. God damn it. I'd be useless without my calendar on my phone. And I'll be leaving to go back home on the 9th. And that'll be much later in the day. So I'll be leaving about 2:00. 1:50 I'll be taking off, technically. And landing in Providence around 9 p.m. So that's the one that's a bit longer. I have a feeling there's a big layover in Chicago or something. But there you go. Should be fun overall. So I'll be spending, I didn't even look at the days. You asked the question, I didn't answer. I'll be there for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days officially. Keep in mind, 2 of those days will have some very serious air travel. So it's more like 4 in total of actual, like, just being there. And it is the weekend, so I will have plenty of competition. Sugar Kitty says the Heaven Hill you highlighted is their new Breinheim, not the huge Heaven Hill, which is Bardstown. Okay. So that gives me another reason to kind of head towards the Bardstown area. Yeah, 4 good days. So the rest is mostly going to be, there's going to be a couple, I feel like some of the days where I'm going to be traveling, I'm going to take it easy. So it's going to be, I'll land there, I'll unpack, maybe I'll nap, I have no idea. And then try to find some good place to eat. Maybe even go into Lexington to find somewhere neat to eat. And I may Uber. Keep that in mind. For going into Lexington itself, I may just take an Uber. Not an Uber, a taxi, Uber, Lyft, whatever, that kind of thing, to get into the city, because I have a feeling if city parking in Lexington is like any other city I've ever been to, I don't want to deal with it, especially not in a car that I'm not used to driving. So I may find a restaurant and just go to that and get picked up. I do hope to meet It's Bourbon Night there. I don't know what we're going to do exactly. Nothing's, set in stone, but I will be seeing them again. Please like, subscribe, bell, and I have Patreon. What was the rest of it though? Like, subscribe, I have a bell. No, like, subscribe, hit the bell. I have a Patreon. I forgot what I was talking about. Hold on. Restaurants. Hopefully I'll be able to hit up a few interesting restaurants and places to eat and such. Yeah, again, it's mostly, I hate the concept. Like, if you've been on this channel long enough, you know I don't like dealing with people I don't know very much. And it stresses me out. Like, going anywhere in general, this is a big deal. Going any other state far away on a flight by myself during a global pandemic. I've lost it, really. It'll be fun. Texas was fun, though. But also I went there with my mom. She was driving the whole time. So it's a different thing, believe me. It's going to be a little more stressful. Chad's here about which tours are better places to eat. They're great at that. They've done some quick suggestions on that line before. Yes, that's why you'll notice there's some places in Lexington. They are in the Lexington area. But I have a number of restaurants over here. So we have the Whiskey Bear, again, that's closed because they're moving. OBC Kitchen, they recommended. Merrick's in Restaurants. I feel it's something they mentioned at one point. Then we have that's the one of the distilleries, Justin's House of Bourbon, and Seltzer Club, which I don't remember if that was them or not. But there's a bunch. There's a bunch of things in Lexington I hope to go to. I feel like there's more. It's the city of Lexington, so I assume there's some touristy bullshit I can see there. Again, I haven't looked into that yet because mostly I'm just worried about my... Oh, yes, comment. Thank you, Zenboot. I know there was something else we were going to say, but I don't think it was that. But thank you. If you like to comment on this stream, if you're watching the replay, please do that below. And if you want to see more about me and the channel, I have lots of videos. Watch those, comment, tell me you love it, tell me you hate it, tell me I was wrong. Any comment is appreciated. But if it's a mean one, don't expect it to stay there. But still comment. Do it. Please. And since I already forgot I'm doing it, there is a Kentucky bourbon raffle going on. $5 per entry. Oh, God, I didn't change it right. I knew that was too easy. Hold on. Oh, that's funny. One entry for a bourbon flight. Right. Of 4 bourbons. For my bourbons. I'm glad no one else caught that because I just did. I was like, oh, shit. There you go. Read it again, Brian. Kentucky bourbon raffle, 5 per 1 entry for a flight of 4 of my bourbons. U.S. residents only. Got it. And so far, if you enter, you're the winner. At this rate, you can put in $5 and you win, unless someone else does. And oftentimes, I find with the raffles I do, they get kind of heated at the end. Not so much during the whole stream. And that's fine. I mean, it's more fun to have people like jump on it right at the end because that's the closest to when it's over. It makes sense. I forgot what I was saying earlier. That's going to bother me. I'll look back someday and be like, oh, yes. Oh, these are some places I'm going to eat, hopefully that are in the area. I will be right here. I'm not going to highlight where that is because I don't want anyone stalking me. But it will be in Georgetown, and there are some places nearby I want to go. It's a very cheap hotel, so don't worry about that. Frankfurt's pretty close. Frankfurt, which I like. Again, there's the old Dick Granddad one. So I feel like I have to do more research here. Castle and Keys, again, is definitely on the list now. So that's good. Again, that's part of the reason I'm doing this stream is so I can get a little bit of info from others who are used to it, or have been there, or know more than I do about these places. And I will finish off with 4 Roses at the moment. So this is it. 4 Roses right there. That's not too far. But again, you can see it's a bit of a hike. And I still want to go there someday. Wilderness Trail has to be way the frick down there. That's at least 2 hours or more just to get there. And what's really going to bother me is this one. Maker's Mark. Way the frick over here. And that might make it so I go here. I do feel a little bad because part of me is very aware that if I had planned this out properly, I would have stayed a certain amount of time in Georgetown and just visited the Lexington area, stayed a certain amount of time in, I don't know, Bardstown or somewhere in here. Like, I could have stayed at this place for a night or something. It would cost me $400 or something. That was nice. And then I could have hit stuff in this area. And then I could have stayed in Lexington for a couple nights or a night or two and done a bunch of this stuff in this area. But that sounds very complicated and expensive. So there you go. Wesley Zara, thank you very much. You win as of now. So if anyone else wants to put in for that, again, it's up for debate on what you want to try. This is just the Four Roses single barrel. It's nothing crazy, but it's pretty damn good. Next, Cast Drink Makers. Woo! Tiny bottle. That's so cute. Focus, you son of a... Thank you. I have to yell at it. 104 proof. That's why I'm doing smaller pours. I'm realizing the last few of these are up there, and it's bourbon night is going on next, and I need to be functional because for whatever reason, I feel like I'm a moderator there, and I feel like I need to moderate just in case. I need to be professional and on the game. So let me put that in now before I forget, which I will. Wesley Zeller is in for one. Oh, yeah. Thank you, sir. You're too generous. I really are. You're a legend, too. Don't worry. Whoop. God damn it. I still have that up. Right. I'm trying to keep stuff open because there's Patreon stuff happening with this bourbon night. It's freaking me out a little. So what I will do, again, there's only a few more nights of this. We're talking tonight, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. That'll probably be it. There's only 3 more streams of me doing this Kentucky goal thing. I'll probably be doing it after, honestly. The Kentucky fund will have, it'll be less. So 350 will have been definitely raised, at least. And then the rest of it will be math. 650? I hate math. I'm not good at it. But that'll be for the rest of the month, rest of the year, whatever it is. Because it is a matter of I have put myself in debt on a credit card that I don't want to do that with because it's a new credit card. And I cannot, no, I need this to be gone. And the only way I can do that is by doing this. Believe me, when I have gotten monetized, if I ever get monetized, it's the other part of my mind, this will be a whole different thing. Like I'll have super chats and I'll be getting some kind of ad revenue in theory. So it'll change everything dramatically. Like I don't want to do, donation to me, please things. And that is the reason I'm trying to get to that point. And I can only do that with your help, by the by. Tell your friends, tell your family, even if they don't like whiskey, just say subscribe because, and although I do want it to be about people who like watching this content and watching this mustache, or just me, either one. Right now, we're all just pushing to get to 1,000 because there are too many people who have blown past me already. But I'm okay with that. A little. Google Maps says Georgetown, Kentucky to Wilderness Trail and Lebanon, Kentucky is about 1 hour. And 10 minutes? Oh. Well, yeah. That's the problem, folks. It doesn't look far on a map, and then you actually figure it out. It's like, oh, shit. Because I realized just getting to Louisville is over an hour. Louisville. Got it. Which is probably why I won't end up there. I hope to, but again, I'm trying to chunk things off. Right now, I keep hovering over the inn because it's right there. I need to make a star on this place instead. Oh, it is starred. Okay. If I have it on a want to go as well, I need to change that. Google Maps, you're weird. So right now, this is going to be the main drag for me, at least for the first day or so. And this will also be a bunch of stuff, Lexington. So we're kind of doing chunks. We're doing Lexington. We're doing Frankfurt-ish area. I'm going to make the hike down to Makers. So that might involve some of this, which is Bardstown, Willett, the Blind Pig, apparently, Lux Row, Bardstown. These are all chunked in the same area. So that is probably another day. And really, I'm curious about this area. This whole area seems so empty and vacant. There's got to be more to it, It doesn't have to be distillery oriented. But I'm curious. Curious. What's going on here? I see stuff happening. Sorry, I've been dumb stuff. I can't think. Slapshot. What the hell? Thank you. And holy shit. I don't get it. I don't understand the YouTube WhiskeyTube community. You're all nuts. You really are. I don't know what you guys do for a living, but holy shit. Your kindness is hugely appreciated. God damn. So many people. Zenbood, I see what you just did. You know, you crazy. In a good way. Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, PayPal, why can't you be simple? You thought me nuts. Ooh, I see. I see what you did. See, it doesn't tell me enough stuff. Slapshot's not paying attention, right? I didn't blow it, did I? I'm not telling him. What? No, nothing. Don't worry about it. All right, let me do that. In your name, sir. And again, you're Zenbood. I thank the stars the day we met. I will remember the day well when I met you at what was it, Working Man Distillery? I didn't even get to talk to you that long. That's what I felt bad about. I don't even think I get to buy you a drink. I hope you like their whiskey. I'm going to go back there again sometime. So we'll have to go there again someday. It was nice to know the people who own the place. They didn't give me a whole bunch of stuff. I don't like stuff. It's a whole other story. Don't worry about it. Well, Wesley Zeller, you got competition now. I'm telling you that. It's down to 50-50. Well, not really. Considering the amount of tickets the other person now has, it is not exactly 50-50, but it's only 2 people. And you still got time, folks. You got a half an hour to get in your tickets for whatever bourbons I may have in this selection. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. And Wesley Zeller is in for 1. I have to find that one. Hold on. What day is it? Okay, cool. Wesley Zeller, you're in. Gotcha. Thomas, or sorry, Zenbood. I didn't say that out loud. Zenbood, you crazy. I love you. Stop it. Don't stop. But, my brain cannot handle it. I gotta change the thing now. Hold on. That's not it. My brain is fried. All right, so that. Oh, wow. Really? What? Hold on. I don't trust my brain with mathematics, so I'm just gonna. Well, you have no idea how bad I am with math, by the way. I am not good with math. We're halfway there. Oh, shit. I've said that. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand. Sorry, I'm back. I left for a moment. I'm back now. Well, then, that made things much easier in my brain. So that, for the record, is the flight. Not the flight, the drink. Like the travel on the plane has been set. So that is something that is off my mind now. Oh, that feels good. Now it's just the goddamn car. And I must mention, I am terrified about driving a car that is not mine. I understand how my mother felt while driving that freaking Mustang in Texas because people drive like crazy persons. Yes, well, we definitely got that. I mean, again, it's really nice to get to a place when have a drink. It's nice to get to a place when they open. That is kind of a key. A key. You will find, if you meet me or know me or talk to me at length. First, I'm very easily distracted. Second, I want this to be a joke that I got distracted by what I was talking about by saying I get distracted, but it's not. Yes, getting to places when they open is a thing that I do all the time. I also keep in mind when bus schedules are happening for the children. I want to know when the buses are on the road. Lunchtime is a very important time to avoid. Same with breakfast. There's about the 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock is what I avoid. So you have between 10 and noon to find a breakfast place. And then you have from 2 to 4 to go eat lunch. Those are the slow down times. That's what I picked that up from working at a restaurant at Chili's for about a year or two, and that was a learning experience, we'll say. Never again will I be a dishwasher. That's what machines are for. And even then, I was using a machine dishwasher, but holy shit, stressful. Right? God. What was my point? So at the very least, let me put this away. We're not looking at the map anymore. There we go. Hi. Now we're talking about the waffle and the halfway point. That's pretty awesome. I didn't expect to get there tonight, but I know some people here who are very generous. So thank you again to you. That's good. Next on our drink list is going to be the cast drink makers. Oh man. Well, turkey rare read. The story behind the rare breed bottle, by the way, is that I couldn't get it. I couldn't find it in the area, and I just recently found the place. Well, I say recently, it was months ago. That is not far off, 15 minutes ish away. That has rare breed on the shelf just normally. And I did find the end of the night drink here, the H. Taylor. I paid too much for it probably. This was $70, $69.99 or something. And it's the only time we've seen it. And I know for generally it goes for about 60-ish, I think, MSRP. I'm not 100% sure on that. But anyway, I just took it because I wasn't going to find it anywhere anytime soon, and I haven't seen it. So what the hell? And that place is closed as well. So if I wanted to get another one of those, which I probably won't. And that was my kind of reward for making it back from Texas. Not that I needed any more whiskey, to be clear, but that was also donated by the Schwagner, Stanley Wagner Jr., who won the Peated Flight last Wednesday, which doesn't feel like that was long ago. Or was that Friday? That was Friday. Never mind. That's why it doesn't feel like it was that long ago, because it wasn't. I'm putting the code here next to this bottle before I forget. The Schwample. Cast drink makers. Come on now. Oh, God, this one. Not a real cork. Kind of complicated. Tiny fours. Tiny. The joy of measuring. There you go. Please drink responsibly, as I like to say. I don't like to say, but lots of streamers get very hammered on their streams. It's not the best idea. Oh, God, that hurt. Okay, I'm good. And there we have it. That is the fifth in the distillery lineup that we have planned thus far. We're finishing with another Buffalo Trace product because why not? Go. Yeah. Oof. Whoa. I love how different all of these are. Oh. It's a whole different thing. Made me think of chocolate. Oh, I like chocolate. And for those who don't know, I have a sweet tooth, as people say. What the hell? There is something said for going from whiskey to whiskey to whiskey like this, or bourbon to bourbon in this case. And raffle is still going on. I have to keep mentioning it because I'm going to forget because I started it halfway through. But we have a bourbon raffle going on right now. Kentucky bourbon raffle. $5 gets you one entry. And they are 4 of the bourbons I have available right now. There may be another one. Like if there's something else I have that you want to try, like you want to try a Blanton's, you can grab a Blanton's. Or if you're one of those people that has trouble finding Eagle Rare, that's an option. And I'm mostly going by distillers, so I'm trying to give you a lineup of Buffalo Trace, Woodford, Rare Reed, Four Roses, Makers. That's the general idea. Get it? Got it? Good. Much like my adventure of going to Kentucky, which is closing in on me real fast. And you know what's worse? It's a busy week. I got lots to do coming up. Like appointments and stuff. It's freaking me out a bit. Yeah. That's a whole different animal. Ooh, spicy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. Yum. Yum, yum. Oh, I like cast drink makers. I've forgotten. A little bit. Oh, God, Lord Schlong. Look out. If nothing else, I like to bring him on the screen there because of that icon he has. So glad you're able to travel and get out and explore. Thank you, Lord Schlong. Yeah, it's mostly due to community. I will not pretend that's not the fact. Again, the Kentucky goal is now halfway done, and that is actually so feels good because now I don't have to think about being that much in debt for the flight because I really should have planned the flight ages ago. I probably would have saved $100 or more, but I wasn't even sure I was going to do it. And it was kind of the Texas trip coming up, and it's like, well, I want to do it in autumn. I don't want to go there in, next year, winter. I want to be there at a fun time. Halloween's just going to be weaning off. It's probably really nice. Autumn in Kentucky sounds pretty good to me. Autumn in New England is amazing. Believe me, it was very interesting to be in Texas where it was 70-something odd degrees all the time in October, and then coming home to New England and going like, oh, this is my home. The cool air, the crisp feeling. The autumn leaves are starting to show up hardcore now. It's great. My nose is itchy. Stop that. There's something about autumn in New England, it's hard to beat. That is why I you know what? Here's a secret. Here's a little secret for all of you. Don't tell. There is a thought in my head, just a thought, that I may someday get something, if I ever get to this point, emphasis on ever get to a point where I'm financially stable enough to do something of this nature. It would be sort of a kind of like what Whiskey Tribe is doing or planning to do, not to the extent of going to Scotland, but sort of a New England meetup, at least, where similar to La Quinta in Texas, there'd be a certain place I would have to really, 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 really narrow it down to a place that would be comfortable with people drinking in their lobby, like La Quinta. But somewhere near Rhode Island and Connecticut and Massachusetts and New England, there would be a little place I'm going to find. I haven't figured it out yet. Maybe even in Providence, but again, Providence is pretty stressful to me, so maybe not. But someday there'll be some kind of KillCo meetup thing where we'll be able to visit, Irene's place, a distillery or two in the New England area, specifically Rhode Island, but also some of the whiskey bars I've been to. Zen Budno's one. The Charred Oak is pretty awesome. The one I met Cliff at not long ago, East End, was nice. Buskers. I may lean it more towards Newport because I'm very familiar with the Newport, Rhode Island area and Aquidneck Island in general is where I grew up. So maybe if I can find a decent place in Newport that's big enough and that can handle the concept of people drinking whiskey in the lobby. That's a thought I have in my head because part of me is a Rhode Islander through and through, stupid as it sounds. I mean, I just happen to be born on this chunk of rock and grass and trees on an island in America, which feels weird to say, but it's true. And I want to share the place that I grew up with other people because there's a lot of history here. Again, Rhode Island was one of the first 13 colonies. There's a lot of stuff here that's been here for a very long time. And I just want to share that with other people, not only the area itself, but also New England and also a little bit of what's going on here. I'm very fortunate that Irene Tan has a place nearby because that's a big one. That's a huge thing suddenly. But mostly to share my neck of the woods with others, to have good whiskey, to meet up in some interesting places, and enjoy each other's company in person, similar to what's happening with other events. Like I know, I got to think, Texas, Austin, Bastards Ball, that's the extreme version of it. I don't think I'd ever get there. But in general, small meetups, a small group of people meeting in a certain place, staying at a certain place, going to restaurants together, going to distilleries, going to Irene Tan's store, especially because guess what? If you go there, you are probably going to buy a bottle, and she has some amazing picks. She is not involved with me or this channel in any way, shape, or form other than I know her. Cliff knows, Cliff's the same as me. He's like, well, first of all, he's a som, so he's a little more involved. But in general, she is not asking me to say anything. She doesn't have to. But I have enjoyed going to her store so many times and trying so many whiskeys there. I'd never try. I want to bring other people into that, at least, just to be able to go there and meet Irene and have some amazing pours and some decent food. The restaurant nearby isn't too bad. Nothing extremely good, but it's a decent place to eat some food after you've had a bunch of whiskey. And it's there, within walking distance. So, secret's out. Shh, don't tell. She told you. Just an idea at the moment. And again, that's if I ever reach a point in my life where I'm financially stable. And I have never had that yet. Just so we're clear. So, not anytime soon. But again, this kind of thing, it gives me hope, which is a silly thing to say, but also very important for someone with crippling depression and anxiety. So I appreciate all of that. I may have had a little too much to drink. That's not true. I'm getting there, though. I can feel it. It's right here. It's right in my frontal lobe. So my brain is like, hey, what are you doing? Stop it. So if nothing else, I would encourage all of you who are sticking around and listening to me ramble to do what little you can, what you can do more than I can almost, to get people to subscribe and like and all that silliness, comment, whatever. Because the sooner I get to 1,000 subs, the sooner I can start to think further down the road. And I'm not very good at that, first of all. But that is something that's been implanted in my brain. I know it's kind of a mixture of what Whiskey Tribe has done with their community. Massive community, by the way. It's beyond anything I hope to achieve. And what It's Bourbon Night has done, what Mash and Drum has done, barrel picks and that kind of thing. That's a maybe as well. I don't see that actually happening to me, if I'm being perfectly honest. But at least bringing people together to share in whiskey. All right, that's the main thing. That's the experience with this channel. That's kind of what it's always been. That's how it started. I was having the experience myself with whiskey and just recording it. And I love the idea of bringing people in this whiskey community together in small doses. So, what I can manage in a place I'm comfortable with, so we can share that experience together, which is not something I say lightly. I do not like meeting new people much, but I can do it. As we found, the medication does help, believe me. If it didn't, I wouldn't be doing half the things I'm doing this past few months. Ugh, believe me. Ugh. So there's that little ramble. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, the raffle's still going on, by the way. I'm just rambling at this point because I'm getting emotional now. But a little bit. I mean, hitting the halfway point was a big deal just now. I just don't know how to process that. That level of kindness makes my brain fizzle out a bit. Just double checking. Okay, that's mostly Zeller. I can move that away. And I'm good. Okay. The problem with notifications on PayPal and stuff is sometimes it doesn't. For one, it doesn't get my attention. It doesn't go like, boop, you've got money. It doesn't tell me that. So I have to make sure if you do enter the raffle, and again, it's 50-50 right now. One of two people is going to get it. Cheech, the devil. I mean, hello. Sorry you did that. Immediately, the devil is here. I mean, Cheech is here. Hello. Cheech, you missed my whole ramble about the future. Sorry, I'm not saying that again. No one wants to hear it. Cheers to you, sir. This is one of the people who had 1,000 long before I did. But then again, he's got the voice and he's got the collection. So I'm not surprised. He doesn't have the mustache, though. Not like this. Welcome, Cheech. Always a pleasure, sir. Lovely to have you here. We have been talking about Kentucky a little bit, most of the time. And I don't know if you've been to Kentucky. You have. You met HBR there, right? HBR and Josh, right? Right? I don't know why I'm doing the hand thing. Please do, Cheech. I know you don't have to, but within the last 15 minutes or so, you would find that mildly interesting. The rest is me rambling on and watching a map about Kentucky. I'm trying to figure out where to go still. I have a general idea. I think I can pull it up again if you want. It's if you want. And there's a raffle going on for bourbons, which you probably have all of them, but we've been going over which distilleries I hope to hit. We're doing an uncorking in about a minute because I want to finish this and move on. I want to have at least 10 minutes to finish the raffle, although it's an easy one. Again, there's only 2 people in it right now. One of them probably doesn't know they're in it yet, but they will. Ouch. Maker's Mark cast strength is in my glass at the moment. And Cheech, most importantly, look at this. Halfway point of the goal. I have 3 more streams to actually get to the $1,000. And as I've told everyone numerous times, the money that is for this Kentucky goal is simply to cover the flight and the car rental. And that is because I put it on a credit card, and I'm trying to be a responsible adult, and I don't know how other than doing this as my job. And I'm so good at it. Geez, you going live tonight? I forget. What day is it? Sunday. It's Bourbon Nights going live. Then someone else might. I've lost track of who goes on after It's Bourbon Night, really. Oh, wait. Hold on. I believe Lipstick and Whiskey thing may be going live, but my brain is... What? I gotta check. I'm checking now. It's bothering me. Cool. There we go. Cool. Oh, he's still going. Ha! Sorry, I just noticed the whiskey friend who did he started a stream a while ago, so he's probably feeling pretty good right about now. It looks like it's a couple days. I'm looking at Whiskey Nose. He's doing some stuff. But It's Bourbon Night's going live. Again, my main account, my KillCo Whiskey Musing, is not following a large amount of people who have more subscribers than I do, because they don't need me around, basically. So I'm trying to stick with the smaller ones, and most importantly, I can't follow everyone. I just realized that a while ago. I cannot do it. I will not do it. I do have another account that will follow it, but my main account cannot have any distractions. I'm already distractible enough without any help. Lipstick and Whiskey, hold on. The problem is, one thing I found is a lot of channels have very common names, we'll say, and it makes it hard to find. Ow. Whiskey and Lipstick will be going on tonight after It's Bourbon Night, okay? Boom, I did it. I said it. We're good. I'll even post the link. Hold on. And it looks like it's going to be Erica from the Art Review, Sam from My Whiskey She Wines, Sarah from Whiskey Crusaders, and Thrissa from Canadian Whiskey Smith. And I assume they're going to be on. And if they are, that's amazing. Industry Icons, a conversation with Marcia Licorice and Nancy Fraley. If you don't know who they are, you should definitely watch, because I'm hoping to stop by and see what's going on, because that is interesting to me. Nancy Fraley and a Licorice in one go. Holy smokes. And that is 9 o'clock tonight. And if you haven't subscribed to them, go ahead. They have 150 subscribers. How do they not have more subscribers? What the hell? Hold on. Oops. But also tune in with me in about 10 minutes or so for It's Bourbon Night, because I'm always there simply because I'm a moderator, and I feel like I should be. It's a little weird. I don't even know how I became a moderator, but I don't need to be there, but I always am, so what the hell. I think that's kind of what it is. If you've been watching their streams for years, like, you can be a mod. Cheech knows. Cheech is a mod everywhere. He's a mod here. Come on. So there you go. Boom. Yeah, there we go. Got it. Setting reminder. All good. I'm going to pop the E.H. Taylor. So this is a bottle. What is this called? Opening bottle opening words. Uncorking. Unpopping. Uncorking. There we go. God damn it. I have my face up and I don't want to see it. Go away. There we go. Ooh. So I'm going to give this 2 more minutes, 5 more minutes, a few more minutes. So it's 150-ish. I'll give this to 153. 153. You got about 3 more minutes. If you want to get it on the raffle, this is it. This is it. You have 3 minutes, and there are officially 2 people in it. So your odds are good. And it's nothing crazy. Again, we're talking some basic bourbons that I have from a different distillery each. So it's going to be 4 samples, 4 different distilleries. I pick which ones, or you can tell me. Bourbon, where have you been? Also, hi. Welcome. So the raffle is going 3 minutes, 4 distilleries, nothing brand spanking crazy news, but we're talking Wild Turkey, Maker's Mark, Buffalo Trace, Four Roses, Woodford. There are a few others I could throw in there if you're not interested in those. But bourbons that I have, because I'm going to Kentucky, and we got about 3 minutes, 2 minutes technically. And again, 50-50 odds at the moment. One of 2 people will get this, unless someone else decides. And you got to at me. Okay, well, Cheech, I don't want to tell you to type it in now because it's the end of the game right now, and I got the game in the stream, and I will be closing off this raffle. But let me know when you're going live. If you're going live tonight, maybe we can talk about it then, or email me. I would like to talk to you about it because we did go over a lot of stuff about Kentucky, where I'm going to go. I had a lineup of different bottles I'm going to try. We found out about a few other distilleries I've been wondering about. So Castle and Key, Town Branch, Glen Creek, Barrel House Distilling, Bluegrass Distilling, Wilderness Trail, Lux Row, Bardstown, Willett, and Jefferson's. Those are all like on the outskirts of stuff I might go visit. I think Castle and Key got in there because it used to be the old E.H. Taylor, I believe. Is that what we said? I don't remember. But we have to talk about it. We can even do the thing you like to do. I can give you my cell number. We can text or call or whatever. Get in touch one way or another, one way or another, because I need your input, sir. Oh yeah, that's good. Maker's Cast is really good. If you didn't know. So uncorking. I'm going to let this go until 1:55. All right, because there's 2 people. That's it. I'm gonna randomize it 7 times because 7's a lucky number. So says I. And there's 1 or 2 people who's going to win this, and it's going to be hilarious because one of them knows they entered, the other one does not. So it's going to be fun to try and get in touch with that one if they're not here. KillCo. Again, you can call me almost anytime. I don't like doing phone calls, but I'll do it just for you. We've talked on the phone before anyway. It was Bourbon's phone, but whatever. I'm trying to get myself situated for the end of this. Okay. This is going to be an easy one, folks. Again, 1 of 2. At me. You have about a minute or 2 if you want to get on this. And I know it's partially my fault. We don't have that many entries because I didn't start this up until the 2nd hour of the stream because I totally forgot, basically. Cheech, you have the voice of an angel. We can just listen to you talk all day. You have a lower voice than I do, which is saying something. Okay. God damn it. I got some more junk mail. Yay. All right, 1 minute and 30 seconds. That's it. You got to at me if you want to get in. 2 people. I'm fine with that. This makes it so much easier for me. Just so we're clear. Uncorking is still happening. Don't worry. That's good. Here we go. We're doing the uncorking and finishing up the raffle. All at the same time. I may go a minute or 2 over. I hope not. Oh, shit. I forgot. There we go. Brand new bottle. This is mine. Yay. Ball & Bond. Haven't had this since early this year, so maybe April or May. This might not be an actual uncorking. I realize this is very hard to get off because of the plastic. Oh, wait, here we go. Please work, please work, please work. Please work. Nice. Did it. Nice. Yay. No, I don't do that. $1,000 I'd do it, but it hasn't happened yet. $1,000 in 1 donation. Not this. That's not what I'm talking about. Ha! Yeah. Salute. Cheers. Nostrovia. Kampai, etc. Just a little bit. Just a neck pour. A little more than that. Okay. It's a little more than half an ounce. Because it's a special occasion. We hit the halfway goal. It's pretty epic. We got a raffle going on. It's about to end. 5 seconds ago, so there's that. All right, folks, 2 entries. I'm fine with that. It makes it so much easier for me to deal with. But you'll see the odds are stacked in someone else's favor. Hold on. Got it. There we go. I would forget that's in there. I would. Refresh my memory. Oh, that's like brown sugar and caramel. So sweet. Yeah, I really like it. Just so we're clear. Here we go. Share screen mode. Oh, I forgot that. Doesn't change it. Share screen mode activate. Ba-boom. And tab. And that one. And boom. As you can see, there are only 2 people entered. We have Wesley Zeller and Slapshot. Slapshot is not aware that they are in this until now. Hi, Slapshot. Guess what? Bam! Surprise. I am going to randomize this 7 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, Google. Give me a random number between 0 and 6. So slow.
Here's a random number, 2.
Guess what, Slapshot? You need to get in touch. As you can see, number 2 is Slapshot. Now, how do you wonder? Slapshot's like, what? Yeah. I will let them tell you if they're still in chat. Congrats. Again, you had pretty good odds, just so we're clear. So please get in touch via Instagram, email, whatever. There we go. Bam. I mean, there was quite a few. It was pretty much you or Wesley Zeller, and I had a feeling you might get it. So there you go. Slapshot, you win. I know you didn't enter yourself, but someone did in your favor. So there you go. Get in touch, please. Either by email, via like KillCo77@hotmail.com. That's the first place you can reach me. Instagram, you can usually message me there fairly easily. Those are really the only 2, actually, come to think of it. Other than I know you on Facebook, which I don't like using, or Twitter, which I also don't like using much. So there you go. Instagram, direct message, or email. Nice. Yeah. It's all about the feels here, folks. Let's go back to this here, shall we? There we go. Got a couple minutes left. I did that much faster than I thought I would. Get in touch. We'll find out what bourbons you would like to try, if there are any I have that you do not. I'm glad you won. Again, thank you to your benefactor. Your benefactor is an amazing person, by the way. And we'll be doing that again. So if you didn't win this time, or if you didn't have the money to do it right now, I know it's the beginning of the work week, and all the money has been spent because of paychecks on Friday, whatever. But we will be doing this again on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Because I need to remember I need to do that later, because 7 to 8, 8 to 9. Mashable goes live. Boom, 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 boom. Thing. Friday, we'll be doing it again. Not necessarily bourbons, just kind of raffles in general. And then Sunday. So I got 3 more streams coming up for certain that are all going to have raffles in them. Everyone's a winner. No, everyone is not a winner. But you know what I mean. Raffle is happening. We'll still have this going on. Hopefully, we'll get the rest of the way. Thank you for the donations tonight for the raffle, even though it wasn't a hell of a lot. But anyone, any amount of money, I swear, you have no idea. I do appreciate you. Thank you to everyone who was watching the whole time. Remember, like, subscribe, tell your friends, bell, comment on everything, because algorithms and BS like that. I'm going to head over to It's Bourbon Night next. So that means another hour of drinking, and then lipstick and whiskey are on after them. Be sure to tune in and subscribe to them. They're only at 150. That boggles my mind with the amount of faces that are well known on there. Yeah. So, as always, live long and prosper. Do not forget to be awesome. And I will see you out there. Boop.